When you go for...
Yes, Dreamy either winner there. The odds-on favourite getting home at Redcliffe, and there's no odds-on favourites here on track at Port Lincoln. I can tell you that the horses are now at the gates, and Phil McAvoy is with me right now. He's had a good close look at these, and we can find out that Daybreak Treats at $6. That's the one we're basically hoping for David Balfour. Final statement, last year's winner at $7.80, $8.30 for Lyricdale, $7.60 about Woodford. Hutt's Ruby's in the market at $7.60. Tamarin Queen, Tuesday's winner at $7. Big Odds Dance of Triumph and Camazan. And then we go over to $6.50 for Start the Music. Phil McAvoy, how did you sum them up?
Yes, Nick, I had a look at him in the yard, and there's some good horses in this race. It's a very even cup this year, but I've gone for number 5. I've gone for Woodford. I think he's tuned to the minute to win this race. He's been knocking on the door. He looked very well. A little bit of money for him in the ring. He's drawn a nice alley in 10, and David Monahan's ridden the horse. He knows him. I've gone him to win 5 to beat last year's winner Final Statement, which I do think will run a very nice race here today. He's dropped a little bit in weight on last year, and as we know, he won the Cup last year, and I like him to run second. I've gone across the page to number 14 in Start the Music. It looked very, very well in the yard, trained by Ray Angelo, ridden by Jared Lawrencini, and I really like it to run third, and I've gone the 6, Hutt's Ruby, to run fourth. That's my pick 4 here in South Australia. I've gone 5, 2, 14 and 6.
So there you go, 5, 2, 14 and 6, about $6.70 on the tote for number 5, Woodford. And that's plenty of value. There's plenty of value around in race number 7, the CUB Port Lincoln Cup. The horses are behind the gates, and they'll be moving in very shortly. And in a moment, we'll take you to the description of Terry McAuliffe for the big one of the day, the Port Lincoln Cup. Start the Music, bit of money for it, $9.20 into $6.50. They are getting set. Start the Music, of course, has won 2 out of its last 3. Jared Lawrencini was on board on both of those occasions. He's on board once again today. He's got gate 13 to contest with, but Jared Lawrencini, he knows the track pretty well. Hilton, back to you ahead of the CUB Port Lincoln Cup. On in a moment.
Okay, Nick, quick look at Hawkesbury just ahead of this race. Hot Rocket $2.90. Shadow Waltz at $8.50. Number 3, Bribery, is paying $17. Hermine $6.40. Whirlpool $7.40. Bridal Couche $16. Mario Magic $13. Photography at $34. And then it's 10 for number 10, Stellar Rebel. I believe Corey Brown's not riding today, the rest of the day. And it's Grant Buckley. G. Buckley on number 10 here in race number 6. In the last, he's replaced by Craig Agnew. Nearly ready for the Port Lincoln Cup. Here's Terry McAuliffe.
And they're close to a start. We're waiting for Lyricdale to go up to the outside gate. And they'll all be set. All in, there's the light. Carlton United Breweries Port Lincoln Cup, and away they go in the Cup as well. Final statement, last year's winner jumped out well. Also out quickly here, Daybreak Treat. He's heading up towards the lead, and Start the Music coming across from wide out with Nonna Attenda, and Lyricdale's going to be in front by the judge the first time. Lyricdale's gone to the lead from the extreme outside gate. Takes up the front running from Nonna Attenda second. Start the Music into the box seat for Lawrencini third. In fourth spot, Hutt's Ruby. Then Daybreak Treat. On its inside was Final Statement. Front Beach was wider out on the track, and Tamarin Queens 4 and 5 deep early. In behind those, El Shaddai with Dance of Triumph. Further back, Camazam. Canterbury Lads got a long way back with Woodford. And 2 away last of all was Princess Marbell. Lyricdale, the leader, though, as they're about to head into the back at the 1300. It's Lyricdale 2.5 in front of Nonna Attenda second. 2 further back, getting a good run third. Start the Music, and next was Hutt's Ruby. Then Final Statement on the inside of Daybreak Treat, and Price can't get in on Tamarin Queen. It's out 3 deep. Then Front Beach. Next on the inside was El Shaddai from Dance of Triumph. Further back, Camazam. Well back, Canterbury Lad with Woodford. And Princess Marbell last of all, and must be 15 lengths off the leader at the 800, which is Lyricdale. Lyricdale leading by a couple to Nonna Attenda. 2.5 to Start the Music, then Hutt's Ruby. Final Statement was next. Further back then to Daybreak Treat. Tamarin Queen in that group as well. Next, El Shaddai, the inside from Front Beach, then Camazan. Well back was Canterbury Lad. Behind it was Woodford. It was one of the last with Princess Marbell, but Lyricdale shot away up the top to the turn. At the 400, Lyricdale got 2 in front. Hutt's Ruby giving chase. Our beaten horse, Nonna Attenda. Final Statement starting to run on, then Start the Music and Daybreak Treat. At the 200, Lyricdale. He's got a break, but here's Final Statement, last year's winner. He's coming after it now with Hutt's Ruby. Final Final Statement goes to Lyricdale. It's going to be back-to-back wins, and Final Statement wins the CUB Cup. Final Statement first, Lyricdale second, third, or give it to Start the Music, just in front of on the outside Huts Ruby, then Daybreak Treat. The Mercedes-Benz is safe, then Camazan. Next to finish was Woodford. Further back in the field, Nonaratanta. Then El Shaddai. It was well back, as was Dance of Triumph, Front Beach, Princess Marbelle and Canterbury Lad. And here's one right at the tail, Tamarin Queen. It's back-to-back wins. Back-to-back wins for Final Statement. Number two, Final Statement. Back-to-back victories here for this 9-year-old. It's a great training performance by Dennis O'Leary. He's obviously set the horse for the race. I thought his run on Tuesday was full of merit. He covered ground on Tuesday and he was still plugging away at the finish. He was just behind the place getters. Dwayne Dunn gave him a beautiful run and he was called upon at the right time to issue the challenge to Lyricdale, which nearly stole the race coming to the home turn when he opened up a big break. But Final Statement has run him down to score and make it back-to-back victories in the Carlton and United Breweries Port Lincoln Cup. Number two, Final Statement, a chestnut gelding 9 by Indentation out of Latin Heiress, trained by Dennis O'Leary, owned by D&K O'Leary. Dwayne Dunn, the winning rider. That's 3 for the day for Dwayne. Great to see him back riding here in South Australia. We know he's a fine jockey. And he's won the Cup today on Final Statement in track record time, 1:58.6. It's a track record. They've taken a half a second off the previous record, which Final Statement duly held with Prince of Reason. So new figures here today. Lyricdale's been game in defeat, number 4. A Bale Brown gelding 7 by Digital out of Pura Plea. Tim Norton for Robert King. He's just about led from barrier to post, just being run down, and 14 was third, Start the Music, a chestnut gelding 4 by Western Symphony out of Sporting Event, Jared Lorenzini for Ray Angelo. 6 ran 4th, and that was Huts Ruby, Chad Lever for Noel Reedy. So on the Cup, the placings officially are 2, 4 and 14, 2, 4 and 14 with 6 4th, 1:58.6. It's a track record.
What an amazing performance by horse trainer and jockey there. 9 years of age and he's peaked on the right day. Dwayne Dunn for 3 winners today at Port Lincoln. Going to the barrier, Hawkesbury. This is race number 6, the second last, a 2,000-metre maiden. Hot in a row in track record time of 1:58.6. Final Statement, 8:30 over 4 Lyricdale, 14 Start the Music. Trifecta, $374 Victoria. At Gatton, here's Alan Thomas.
Race 6 coming up, the Class 2 handicap, and this horse I think is still caught in the gates, Affection Agent. The rider's out the back, Grand Chance waiting till the gate is clear. Now Tarrant looks as though he might be going back aboard.